thumbnail. Okay. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Okay. As you can see by the title, I am going to be doing a March and April reading wrap up video. There will be spoilers because I am the book reviewer where I just realized I have to tell y'all why I like or dislike the book. And I did reading wrap ups for January and February on my book talk account, but I didn't do spoilers, and I feel like I didn't give my readers real, like, valid reasons why I liked or disliked a book. So from now on, there will be spoilers in all my wrap up videos. Before I get into this video, I do want to let y'all know that March was the slowest, like, reading month for me because of midterms and dance conferences. I just had a lot going on in March as a college student, so I didn't read much. I only read 2 books in March, and then come April, I was so burnt out with everything, and then I was focusing on writing my own book because I'm author too. So I've been writing my own book. So the first 2 weeks of April, I did not read. I started back reading with the Perfectly Imperfect series. I didn't after the first book. I might go back to it. I don't know. Took another few days off because I had a concert, like a dance concert that I had to perform for and stuff. Same thing for March. I had performances, so that's why I wasn't reading much. So then, literally, the last 2 weeks of April, I started back reading, and I read a lot of books within a week and a half, not even 2 weeks. Within a week and a half span, I read a lot of books. I was getting through them. So, another thing, please, I don't want anybody to take offense of a book I didn't like or I liked and why I liked it or disliked it. Reading is subjective. Just because I like a book or don't like it, that doesn't mean the same would apply for you. So I'm going to start this off with Hawk by Jessie Hall. A book reviewer, a book talker that I love her to this day, but I seen how she was raving about Hawk and woo woo woo. I read this. He's not even one of my book boyfriends. Don't get me wrong, he was cutesy, he was the demure. What the fuck? Okay. But he's not one of my book boyfriends. He's not even in the top 20. Yeah. Anyways, basically this story follows Nicole or Cole and Cameron Hawk. Nick, well, I'm not gonna call her Nick. No, her name. He calls her Cole. I'm gonna call her Cole. Cole is in a relationship with Hawk's best friend. Hawk just got out of prison. He moved into the house with Cole and her boyfriend / his best friend, which the house was his before he got locked up. It's the cheating trope. They start fooling around behind her boyfriend's back. I don't even remember the boyfriend's name. That's so bad. Hold on. His name was Patrick. Yeah, the boyfriend name was Patrick. They was sneaking around behind his back, all this and third. That was cool. I was liking it in the beginning, but then it literally just became her, and it's just her point of view too. It's not even dual point of view. We don't even get Hawk's point of view in this book, so that was kind of irritating me because I was like, I want to be in his head now. I'm tired of being in her head. She's getting on my nerve, and she was getting on my nerve because it's like, why aren't you leaving your boyfriend? You have no reason to still be with your boyfriend. Like, Hawk is going to take care of you if you leave Patrick to be with him. What you worry about money and family and all that? Girl, leave. So I started getting irritated. This plot twist I didn't see coming. I like the plot twist. Hawk went to jail because he was drinking and driving. He was driving under the influence, basically. And his friend, I think the boy name was Ben, ended up dying in a car accident. But Hawk wasn't driving a car. It was Patrick. And Patrick's father and them, they're wealthy or whatever. They basically own the little town that they live in and stuff. So, of course, the father pulls strings for his son not to get locked up and all this stuff. It gets revealed in this Patrick jail, blah, blah, blah. Hawk and Cole end up being together, whatever. I rated this 3 stars. Would I recommend it? Yes and no. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Um, okay. So the next book that I had read was Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. I no longer have the physical copy of this book. I don't even have the second book that I had purchased. Before y'all say, well, why did you buy the book? If you look, I did not know that the MMC was a demon. And I'm a writer, so I have the ability, like when I'm reading, to manipulate stuff if I want to. I feel like, dang, I just spent $20 on this book because it was hardcover too, and it had the spray edges, everything. It was cute. It was cute. And I was like, I'm gonna read it. I'm just gonna act like he's a vampire. And I kid y'all not, it was times I was forgetting that Leon was a demon because in my head, he was a vampire. I kid y'all not. I kid y'all not. But all that aside, I'm gonna be fair. I rated it 4.5 stars. I like the plot. I like the little world building. Basically, I liked it. It wasn't too spicy, but it was more plot heavy, and I liked it. I actually liked it. I liked how it set up for the other characters' books. So for Evelyn, Juniper, Zane, Callum, I like how it's set up for their books, but unfortunately I would not be reading their books. So yeah, would I recommend it? No, I would not recommend anybody a book where the author said that you will be assigned a demon. Future Asia here. I don't know what happened to the footage about my review of the May series. It's a 3 book series, but I'm gonna just make it short. I rated The Sweetest Oblivion 4.5 stars. I would recommend it. It's dark mafia romance. I love Nico. I love Elena. The second book was called The Maddest Obsession. It followed Christian Alistair and Gianna Russo. They were my favorite couple. Christian is one of my boyfriends. I rated it 4.5 stars. What I recommended, yes. Only reason why this didn't get a 5 star because I feel like the ending was kind of rushed. And then the third book was The Darkest Temptation. It follows Ronan. I cannot pronounce his last name because it's Russians and I don't want to butcher it, but he is Christian's little brother. And it follows Mila. Her last name is also Russian, but I cannot pronounce it. And it's Captive Captor. They're in Russia. I love the audiobooks to all 3 books. I rated that 4 stars, and I would also recommend that, especially if you are a dark mafia romance girly. Yeah, definitely. So, the next book that we have is Den of Vipers. Now, this was the first book that I read for a video that I've recorded for like reading until I get a 5 star, which that video is going to be so short because I literally got a 5 star right after this book. I'm debating if I want to post it. If I post it, it's going to be really short. So, did I finish this in 24 hours? Well, 20 hours. Yes, I did. Did I hate it? Yes, I did. This is literally, I don't recall. Y'all, I can't even talk. That that you had you do. This was way worse than God of Malice. And God of Malice wasn't even bad. It was just those first 2 chapters that make me about it. But it was good. That aside. This was just bad. Right. I almost cussed. It was just it was so freaking bad. For one, the writing. 2, I listened to it on the audiobook because I knew if I had to just sit up here and read it like this, it was going to take me weeks to finish this book because I was going to keep putting it down to read something else. The audiobook, the female voice actor, she was cool. It was the male. If you listen to the audiobook for Den of Vipers, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. He was just too dramatic, doing too much, and it was pissing me off. It was giving me the ick. I was already getting ick with some of the stuff that was in this book. Your voice, the way you're acting out, it's icking me. Like it's irritating. Y'all, I'm getting so irritated thinking about it. I rate this 2 stars. Would I recommend this? No. Before I continue, I don't want anybody thinking that I gave this such a... And honestly, I would have gave it 1 star, but the cover saved it. Cover aside, this is 1 star. It's not because it's reverse harem shoes. If you know me, you know I like it when it's a FMC and she got two or more love interests. I like that. As long as it's not favoritism going on. Like, I actually like that. It entertains me to read about that in dark romance. Or even a romantasy. What I can't handle in a book like this is the plot being drawn out. Y'all, the first 50 to 57 chapters was in, if I think I'm right. It was just one whole week. You telling me you put all them chapters in a week? In a week, maybe two. The brothers then fell in love with her. She didn't fell in love with the brothers. The brothers opening up about their trauma. She opened up about her trauma. Like, it don't make sense. It irritates me. It really irritates me. The author did do good on giving each brother like distinct personalities. Like, it wasn't like a copy paste situation with the brothers, but the writing was just bad. The kid ended up killing her dad because her dad used to beat on her. Her dad actually sold her to the brothers because he couldn't pay a debt on his own. Y'all could have did that in the first couple of chapters. That could have happened since y'all so in love before all the action happened with the triad. They could have did that. And then after that, it was just her having individual spices time with each one of them. No disrespect to the author. This is my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. I did have two favorites, MMCs, which was Ryder and Kenso. Of course, the actual blood brothers. I had a thing for them. Sign me up. Next, I did a tandem read of Powerless and Powerful. Powerless, it gives you Peyton and Kai's point of views. They are the main couple in this trilogy. This novella gives you Mac and Adina. Adina is Peyton's best friend, and Mac is Adina's love interest. It gives you their point of view. You will see in that reading vlog that I showed y'all the little chart for the tandem read that Lauren Roberts also reposted on TikTok, and I read it like that, and it helped me so much. In that reading vlog, y'all will see I was snotty nose boohoo crying. Yes, I have cried reading books before, but I never had snot and all that coming out of my nose. It sounds so disgusting, but I was so heartbroken. Adina died. Adina got killed. So I'm hoping in this last book, Fearless, that I have on this shelf when I read it this month, that Peyton killed Blair, because Blair killed Adina. Also, I have a confession. All these books that's on this bookshelf got smut. This is YA. And I like the plot so much, and the banter and the tension and the little flirting that Kai Azar is doing. He's literally one of my book boyfriends, by the way. That I didn't need the spice. I didn't even realize it wasn't spice in here because I was enjoying it so much. This is 5 stars. Yes, I recommend it. I will also recommend doing a tandem read. Beware. You will get attached to Adina. I don't know where my footage is, but these books are about ordinaries and elites. Elites have powers. Ordinaries don't have any powers. Ordinaries usually get killed or exiled out of Ilia. Kai is the enforcer, so he has to do all of the dirty work for the king, who is his father. Peyton is poor, as always, with the fantasy books. And she's an ordinary pretending to be a psychic so that she won't die. And they have these trials with the elites. Peyton just so happened to get into this trial. And at the end of this trial, at the final trial, actually, that's when Adina is killed by Blair, who's another elite. Kai is also an elite. He's a wielder, so he can wield anybody's power that's in the radius of him. And that goes to the final book in this wrap-up. I finished this book in 7 hours. I give it 4 stars. Would I recommend it? Yes. I like this book. I could reread this book. Only thing I did not like is that it was advertised as an enemies to lovers, and this is not the enemies to lovers that I like. Why is Kai still flirting with her? Like, y'all understand they fell in love in the first book, and it's okay to have little inner monologues for both of them where they they dwelling on it a little bit, but I need to feel the hate. There was no hate in this. I like them to try to kill each other and all that when it's enemies to lovers. This was not enemies to lovers. It was still too much banter and flirting and all of that going on. But I love this book. You also get some of Kit's point of view, which is Kai's oldest brother, who is now the king. The plot twist, I didn't see it coming. And yes, I was reading Kit's chapters, but I didn't catch the Easter egg about the engagement ring. Do I feel bad for Kai? No, he had too many chances to tell Peyton that he was in. Well, he finally did, but it was too late. You still could have got your girl, and you didn't. So I don't feel bad, but I'm ready to read Fearless, and that will be in my wrap up video for May. Yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. It might be all over the place. I have no idea, but hopefully my May wrap up video has more books that I can talk about, and hopefully I have most of them on physical copy.